This is Gary Kayye, and we're day one at the Digital Signage Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we are obviously in the Peerless-AV booth, but we're actually starting in a section of the booth that probably most of you who are watching this don't even know exists for Peerless-AV, and that is in the Peer-Air section, which is, well, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to actually ask Nick Belcore, who's Vice President of Sales, to tell you exactly what Peer-Air is and why Peerless is diversified into it.
Hi, Gary. Thank you. Yes, the Digital Signage Expo is basically a natural extension for us of the evolution of Peerless into an AV company. And so this case here features our first three offerings into the wireless transmission space. On the bottom shelf, we have the WHDI-based product, which is an uncompressed 1 millisecond delay product with an effective range of up to about 100 feet. That is through barriers as well. On the second shelf, we have a Wi-Fi based product that operates in the 500 gigahertz range. It has more commercial inputs than the WHDI based products, so you've got VGA component as well as HDMI. It's got a little bit more of a range at 131 feet because the compressed signal does a little bit better with barriers. And then we've got something that's radically different, which is the Pico broadcast system, which takes advantage of white space channels that are available in any market. And for the purchase of this system, along with a $50 registration fee, you can send a signal through a content player to an unlimited number of TVs within a 360-degree radius, 350 feet in all directions. So it is truly a unique and optimized digital signage product. We are going to have a white paper coming out very shortly on this product and its deployment in retail environments, where it's been an absolute lifesaver for getting content on all of the same screens in the same setting. So that represents our wireless offering.
Yeah, and as video went from analog to digital, it got really complicated for a while because sending digital required handshakes. And so doing this allows you to do that, get the handshakes, but also not have to deal with all the wiring infrastructure. And so obviously I mean, everybody probably watching this, most people watching this, thinks of Peerless as a mount company. So obviously you're looking at yourself as way more than a mount company. Sort of how do you position your company now? What's the difference?
It's a great question. So about 2 years ago, we recognized that there were a litany of non-value-added direct importers coming into our space with products that were similar to ours, but not quite as good as ours.
You mean like cheap mounts that are made out of cheap material?
Exactly. Cheap mounts, cheap materials, cheap fasteners.
In fact, I noticed the Made in USA stuff there, which I was impressed. When I took a tour of your facility a couple of years ago, not even two, I mean, maybe a year ago, I was totally impressed that you built everything right there. So sorry to interrupt.
No, not at all. And it's something that we're extremely proud of. But being made in the USA is not in and of itself sufficient reason for people to continue doing business with Peerless-AV on standard products. So how do you beat source products? You innovate, and you expand your capabilities, and you expand your value proposition to your customer base by offering, in addition to world-class mounting solutions that are made in the US, wireless products, but also removing their pain. One of the things that we learned from attending DSE forum events is that the principal point of pain is that someone's looking for everybody to do one thing, and nobody was doing it, which is why we're launching our integrated kiosk partner.
Yeah, let's go over there and look at the kiosks, actually, if you don't mind, to actually show them exactly what the kiosks look like. So basically, earlier this year, you guys launched a custom kiosk program where you're able to...
Launching here. You and I talked about it briefly at ISE.
So it wasn't official, in other words.
It was not official then. It's officially being launched at this show.
In fact, there's a party tonight, and I have the band for them. We'll actually shoot some videos at that party. So if you want to see those party videos, and we'll try to catch you when you don't notice, go to the upper right-hand corner and type in Peerless. You don't even have to put the -AV. Just type Peerless, and it'll search all the videos that we shot here today on the show floor, in addition to the party videos that we're going to shoot tonight. Perfect. So we'll keep going. Perfect. So show them the kiosks and show them a little bit about what you're doing here.
So what we wanted to do, Gary, is, again, Peerless has maintained its position in the market by being a good partner to everybody. And so the next logical transition was to create a partnership program. Again, we learned from the forum events that people didn't necessarily just want to buy the shell. They wanted to buy a kiosk that was ready to go, but it's not our wheelhouse to provide an OEM display, to provide a content player of our own that's branded to Peerless. So we reached out to the first partners of the program, which is Samsung, NEC, Sharp in terms of displays. We've got A-Open, Rise, Touch Systems. We've got Saddle Ranch, Next Now, Logitech, and we've got Avnet. And so we partnered with these folks and created a truly unique tool, which is the Kiosk Builder, which is the first of its kind. So if, for example, at Rave headquarters, you decided that you wanted to put in a portrait kiosk, you can now go to the Kiosk Builder. You can select which one of those.
And that's online at peerless-AV.com.
On peerless-AV.com. You can pick the display manufacturer that you want. You can pick the content that you want. You can pick the media player that you want. And you can pick, of course, the box that you want. And we will either let you provide the parts to us, and we will integrate them. We will do that handshake and send you the completed product. Or if you just want to buy the box from us, we'll sell you the box and we'll ship it to you. So literally, it's the first of its kind a la carte kiosk program where it can be everything to everybody. So whatever you need it to be, we're happy to provide that for you. And again, these are all fully assembled in the United States under the same roof where we proudly make all of our domestically produced mounting solutions.
So these can be also custom painted, custom matched to any PMS color, any paint style?
100% correct. We run 3 separate paint lines. We have access to just about every Pantone under the sun. These are just a beginning representation of all the color schematics that we can do. We can wrap them in anything that's wanted. We can paint them virtually any color that's wanted. We welcome the opportunity to.
So, so this is launching here. When will you actually start production of these and start being able to do it now?
Right now.
Okay, so Infocom, obviously we need some of these for our booth at Infocom. It's a great idea. But I want to show the baby kiosk. Can I show the baby kiosk over
Absolutely.
here? I don't know what you're going to call it, but I call it the baby kiosk. This is it. Yeah, this is the baby kiosk. I don't know if I'm allowed to lift this or not, but this actually has an iPad mounted inside of it. So instead of having some complicated media player inside of it and some super expensive display, you got an iPad, and it's actually a real iPad, and it works just like an iPad does. So it's like a mini version of your custom kiosk.
This product is the personification of necessity being the mother of all invention. This was never intended to be a SKU. This was something that we made as a tabletop demo for our full size because we didn't want to drag that with us to trade shows. And there was so much interest in this product as a tabletop version of the larger one that we've actually launched it as a SKU now.
I want to see one that's iPhone size. I think it'd be really cool to have like the itty bitty baby custom kiosk. Wouldn't that be cool? Don't y'all agree? There should be. Yeah, they all agree. What do you think?
With our domestic manufacturing capabilities, no one else can do that for you as quickly, so we'll turn that out for you.
All right. Look, this is great. I appreciate you taking the time. So obviously Peerless is much more than a mount company. They've diversified and they've done it really well. I happen to have one of your Peer Air products in my house, and it's working beautifully. I don't know if you knew that or not. And it is working beautifully, and it saved me a ton of time and headache, really, because I didn't have to run cables. I already had power there, but I didn't have everything else, and that was a problem in the design. I was planning on using Cat 5, but the Cat 5 handshaking didn't work. But the wireless handshaking seems to work just fine. And then obviously the custom kiosk, so congratulations on that.
Thanks,
Made in America, congratulations on that as well. This is Gary Kayye. We're still on day 1 of the Digital Signage Expo here in Vegas. Again, if you want to check out all the new products that Peerless launched here at the show, go to the upper right-hand corner of this page, type in Peerless, and you can search them. Thanks.